PeterPrankster.
What's up, bro? My name is Elmo.
What's up, Elmo? It's your boy Pooch.
My boy, okay. Hi, so you were on Big Brother 24, and even though it's a reality show, it's still edited. So did you like the edit that they gave you?
Yeah, I was fine with it. You know, they changed some things. They didn't put in some things I said, but I can't be mad at CBS. You know, they gave me a chance, so I'm cool with what they did with me, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure it was a really great opportunity.
Absolutely. Wouldn't change it for the world, besides being a pawn.
Well, we'll talk about that later. So we were sitting at home saying, what is he doing? You'd never volunteer to go on the block. Do you regret that decision?
Well, obviously here, Elmo, I'm here sitting talking to you, and I'd rather be in the Big Brother house, so I do regret putting myself up as a pawn, unfortunately.
Well, you know, if you were in there, you wouldn't be talking to me right now, so I guess it worked out.
I wanted to talk to you coming out of the Big Brother house, so I decided to get myself out early so I could just come and speak to you.
Is this better than the prize?
Oh, absolutely. $750,000? I don't need that. I'm unemployed, don't have a lot of money, but I would much rather talk to you than have all that money, of course.
Okay. Do you think being backstage boss helped or hurt your game?
Yeah, being backstage boss kind of sucked. I mean, it's a cool name. It was super cool, you know, but it definitely didn't help my game. I promise you that. That's something I could change too. I would not have wanted to be the backstage boss, but, you know, I'm grateful and happy that I was safe for a week, so.
Yeah. That was really unfortunate because I think they had like this whole plan, and with Paloma leaving, it just kind of screwed everything up.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I love my girl Paloma, just like I love every house guest in that house. I truly do. You know, but Paloma, unfortunately, leaving definitely hurt my game a little bit. Absolutely.
What do you think of Alyssa and Kyle's situation?
Man, so I've been talking to Kyle's mom, and it's kind of crazy. She's been seeing it all. We've been talking on the phone. Definitely wild. You know, Kyle's mom wants what's best for Kyle. I'm Kyle's boy. I want what's best for Kyle. So I don't know if he, you know, wants to date Alyssa or it's just because he's in the house. But my boy, do what you got to do. But look at me. Stay focused, my boy. Think with this head, not with this, Kyle. I just got started on TikTok. I haven't done the dances yet. I'm going to get started with that today after I speak to you. But I need my boy Kyle out of the house so he can help me. But his mom's been helping me right now learning TikTok. So I appreciate her.
You've been dancing with his mom?
I don't dance with Kyle's mom. Kyle dances with his own mom. I'm going to dance with my own mom. And if there's other moms out there that want to dance, your boy Pooch is open to dancing with some moms.
I think my mom would want to dance with you.
If your mom's available, I would love to dance with her. For sure.
Okay. So, would you play Big Brother again if given the chance?
Absolutely. Yeah, I've always been a big fan. It was a reason I applied for the show on my own. It's something where I want to redeem myself. Absolutely. I just tried to play too fast, too early. Yeah. You know, and I would love to, you know, give myself a redeem, and I actually know the game and that I would be a good player if I didn't make one or two foolish decisions.
Do you think that Big Brother would be easier or harder than Survivor?
Oh, wow. So, you know, with it's different. It's hard because obviously Survivor, you're out in the wilderness, you know, you don't have all the, you know, life necessities you would love to have. But when you're in the Big Brother house, you only get outside maybe one day a week, a day and a half. So you're not getting the natural sunlight. You're not getting to enjoy the earth and your surroundings. So I think they'd both be different for different reasons. You know, Big Brother's a lot longer than Survivor, but, you know, it would be crazy. They're both crazy social experiments. I promise you that.
They keep you inside and don't let you go out into the backyard at certain times?
Yeah, you only get usually maybe Sunday and maybe one other day. Depending on how big the competition is, they build in the backyard. Well, I was in the house. We only usually got one day a week, maybe a day and a half.
What? So do they take like a whole day to build like a set or something?
Yeah, outside it sounds like there's a friggin' construction zone going out. I mean, it's out. You can hear the power tools. They're like cutting metal. You would think they have the stuff. They just place it, but they're literally doing some construction out there. Definitely crazy. Props to CBS, man. They do a great job getting the backyard, breaking it down and setting it up.
Yeah, those sets are ridiculous. It's like a whole magical transformation.
Yeah, it's unreal. When you're in that backyard and you know what the backyard normally looks like, and you're inside, then you come out for the competition, and it's a total 180 from what it was. It's crazy, man.
I bet that was a highlight, getting to see that and do something different, like competing.
Yeah, well, you know, Pooch your boy was only there for about 2 weeks, and I was safe the first week, so I didn't even get to compete in the competitions, which I was kind of pissed about. But the second week, I played in the HOH, which I sucked at. I played in the Veto, which I should have been okay at, but I just couldn't get the balls in the friggin' head of the mermaid competition. So I kind of sucked at that, too. So your boy's got to work on playing in weird competitions.
Yeah, we were rooting for you on that one. It just wasn't happening, man. I'm sorry.
I know. I appreciate it. I do. I love the support. I appreciate it from everybody out there. I really do.
Thank you. Would you want to be a Survivor contestant?
Yeah, I mean, I love to challenge myself. So anything getting out of my comfort zone, challenging myself, seeing if I could do something that, I never really thought or knew I could do. Absolutely. I love a change. I love a challenge. So yeah, I would love to do Survivor. Absolutely. I don't know if the hair could do Survivor. Look at this hair. You think this hair is made for Survivor? You know how much gel and pomade is in this hair right now? I don't know. Maybe I'll just shave it off if I go on Survivor.
You kind of remind me of John Stamos.
John, that dude, I'll take that.
What was the most outside of your comfort zone thing you had to do?
So the most outside my comfort thing I had to do was in the Big Brother house. I used the bidet. I never used a bidet before. So when you never use a bidet and that water goes shooting up your you know what hole, it's a crazy experience.
What the?
So I explained it in the Big Brother house as a clip. It said I felt like there was a rocket shooting up me. I almost flew up the toilet. It's crazy.
Oh my gosh. So what was it like being watched 24/7, even when you're asleep, knowing people would see your every move?
Yeah, I didn't really think about it too much. I just like to have fun. I like to be me. So it's kind of what I went in with going in the house. You really don't know kind of what you expect because it really depends on the people you're with, and the type of people you're hanging out with, the stories you'll tell, the things you'll talk about. So I didn't think about it too much. I tried to make sure, I wasn't exposing the camera too much. I'm not trying to give any free content out there, if you know what I mean. But yeah, it didn't bother me too much for sure.
Do they keep a pretty tight leash? Like, or do they constantly hound you over certain things?
Yeah, so we try and push the limit. There's certain things you're not allowed to speak about. You can't sing, you can't hum because of things that are copyrighted. Can't talk about movies or, things about the casting process. But obviously that a lot of that stuff we want to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
So the cast tries to speak about it, but usually they shut it down quickly. But they do a good job. I know they have a job to do. They do it. We try to, we don't try to, push their buttons, but sometimes we do, but they're very good about it.
I would try to sing like non-copyrighted, like make up my own songs. You can't even do that,
Yeah.
huh?
That's what we tried doing. No, we can. We tried making up our own. I don't think we had any musical geniuses in the house. So if anybody came up with some music, it usually was pretty bad. But we definitely tried it. My girl, Indy she was trying to be a songwriter. It wasn't going too well, but shout out Indy. That's my girl.
Oh, yeah. So, how hard was it being in the Big Brother house? Were you bored very often?
Yeah. So, being in the Big Brother house, there's not much to do. It's either eat, you can only sleep at certain hours, play pool, or you're going to gossip and, play Big Brother game. And obviously they give you not a lot of things to do. So you're playing the game, which I love because I'm a big fan of the game and playing the game. So I'm cool with it. But yes, the one thing, the Big Brother house makes you very paranoid, very paranoid. Starts to drive you crazy a little bit in the sense of you're always starting to worry about something. But I loved my time in the house. I wish it went longer.
What's something interesting you've learned about the show that you didn't already know?
Yeah, so something interesting is a few things I learned about the show. One thing you always watch the show and you're like, why are people wearing sunglasses inside? That makes no sense. And you're in there and it's so bright because they have these big stage lights at the top that you guys, I don't think, really see too much of. So that's why we wear sunglasses inside. Also, I brought a bunch of cut-off short sleeve shirts. My muscles aren't very big, but I wanted to show them off a little bit. But it's so cold. It's like 60 degrees in the house. So, long sleeves, if you go in the house, is a good idea. Long sleeve sweatshirts.
What's the most shocking thing you've learned since leaving?
The most shocking thing I learned since leaving or about the game, I guess, that made me mad was Amira and Jasmine. I tried getting into the HOH room knocking, and they didn't let me in. I thought they were sleeping or maybe getting changed as doing girl things. And I'm trying to be respectful, like, hey, I don't want to barge in. I just want to talk to them for a second. And they didn't open the door. But don't worry. I talked to Amira about it. I talked to her. She said she was sorry. So we're on good terms. I promise. Love Amira.
Are things like coming out in the open now that you're seeing it? Like stuff you didn't know about in there?
Oh, absolutely. I caught up. I'm with the season, so I'm excited for tonight's new episode. I'm all caught up. But yes, like Joseph being a lawyer was crazy. Found out Michael's an attorney, also crazy. So there's a lot of things, a lot of different alliances. Once you watch the show, you think you know a lot that's going on in the house because you're there, but you really, you don't know everything you think you know. I promise that, and that's why I'm sitting here right now.
Yeah. Do you think Taylor is misunderstood?
Absolutely, absolutely. I talk about it a lot. And people ask me why I targeted Taylor right away. It's because Me and Taylor both compete for a living. I was coaching football. She competed in pageants. Anything, if anybody knows anything about competitors, if you do it for a living, we love to win. You know what? We hate to lose more than we love to win. So it's something where, I knew she'd be a strong competitor. I tried working with the guys. However the girls feel about her, I don't know. I don't, girls get along with girls in different ways. I don't know what they look at to see if a girl will be friendly with them. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely think she's misunderstood. But the one thing I'll tell you, she's definitely not an underdog. People want to give her the underdog mentality. Yes, the tides are against her, but she's a beast, and that's why she's killing it right now.
Obviously, this is a recorded show. Do you have to do like a multiple takes very often?
So yes, it's a little bit more scripted than you might think. Definitely more than I thought. It's cool to see the way they work. With the whole veto ceremony, nomination ceremony, they make you basically read a script that they speak. They do it over a loudspeaker, and you have to say it back, and just different things. They sometimes they want some more excitement, sometimes they want some more energy, or they want things, words pronounced right, obviously, because they have to make it look good for TV, which I get. So it's a little bit more scripted than you might think.
Do you ever see anybody, like production-wise, outside of house guests in there?
No, so not in the house. I almost caught one time because in the have not room in the hallway there's a little door, and production is obviously behind the mirrors and filming and different things. So if you go in the have not room, a way to get around is through the have not hallway. They travel around the house between closed doors. So one time I opened the have not door quickly and closed it because I thought I was going to go in, but I didn't, and I saw the hallway open up. And then he shut it quickly. I didn't see anybody, but I saw the door open. So I almost got you, production. I almost got you.
Whenever they explain stuff for comps, where are the people that are explaining?
Yeah, so when they do it, there's like a big catwalk upstairs. So it's explained by, there's a house rules, I guess, committee, where they do a gaming committee and they explain all the rules. So anybody you see upstairs doesn't talk to you. Nobody talks to you. The person that speaks to you is over a loudspeaker. The people that are upstairs are just usually operating cameras. So anybody that speaks to you, you actually never see.
Who is the greatest Big Brother player of all time?
Yeah, so that's easy for me. My number one Big Brother player of all time is Dr. Will, man. He's the GOAT. He's top of the top, was on season 2, season 7, won season 2, did very well in season 7, the first year of All-Stars, man. He was a mastermind. I tried to emulate my game like him a little bit, but it didn't even come close, made some key errors. But yeah, Dr. Will's a GOAT.
Do you have a prediction for a winner for this season?
I love Turner. That's my boy. He's who I got closest in the game with. We're like this, from a game standpoint, personal standpoint. So Turner would have to be my number one. I was getting into that next. If not Turner, then Taylor or Joseph. Those are my top 3. Turner first because, he's the closest I got in the house with. Taylor because I was sitting up on the block with her, and because Joseph is my boy. So any of those 3, I'll be super happy.
Do you think you're saying that because you were tight with them or because they actually played the best game?
It's too early to say. I truly think it's anyone's game. I think each of them you can make a point. Turner got a mirror out, which was a big gameplay. Taylor had to fight from being on the block for 2 weeks, and with people not really on her side, so she's been a beast. And Joseph has been making great, gameplay too. He got really close with Taylor, formed the leftovers. So all of them right now are playing a great game, I think.
All right, are you ready for a lightning round?
Yes, I'm ready for lightning round. Let's go, go, go.
What's worse, having to eat slop or the have-not room?
Slop. Slop is awful. It's so bad for a whole week. It's awful.
Compete hard or lay low?
Compete hard, always. I got a big personality. I'd rather go out trying too hard. Absolutely.
Lose and be loved or win and be hated?
Win and be hated, man. I think you should always, winners win, and people hate winners for a reason. It's usually because, they struggle to win, so always win.
One person you fully trust or a big alliance you somewhat trust?
Yeah, so I had the one person I trusted, Turner, and that didn't work out for me. So I guess a big alliance that I partly trust would help me early on.
Winning a comp or winning cash?
Depends where in the game, but I always say winning a comp. If you win the comps, it'll lead you to the cash later on, so win the comps when you can.
Isn't it? I think I read something online about you get paid based on how long you're in the house, so you got like a certain amount of money for being on?
Yeah, so it's not much, trust me. I was only on 2 weeks, so it wasn't, I love the opportunity, but the 2-week little stipend you get wasn't worth it in a sense but I loved it, so the opportunity was worth it, but it's not like the cash makes it worth it, so I just did it because I'm a big Big Brother fan.
I'm sure it'll open a lot of good opportunities for you.
Absolutely, and that's what I hope. I hope that a couple months ago I had like 1,000 followers, so it's crazy.
That's so cool. All right, well, that is all I've got for you today, Pooch.
Awesome, man. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for having me. Elmo, Peter the Prankster, man, y'all are the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day.
Appreciate it. You too.
All right, thank you, Daddy.
Yeah, bro. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. You're an idiot. Appreciate you, man.
All right,
Have
bye.
a good one.
Peter Prankster is done today. Wanna see more? Then hit replay. Cause we're here to make life fun for you. Join the crazy stuff we do on Peter Prankster.